At a time when finances are tight for so many people, some consumers say they are getting hammered with bank overdraft fees. Many banks have pledged to help during the pandemic, but that's not always happening. Our I-Team's Randy Mack shares with us who's most at risk here and how you can avoid those fees.
David Samra's internet marketing company was hit hard by the pandemic.
My monthly income was dramatically sliced.
So when some bills set up on auto pay hit his Bank of America checking account, they bounced, one after another. David says before he realized it, Bank of America charged him nearly $500 in overdraft fees.
That $409 to me, that added up. That happened so fast, my head was spinning. You know, like I couldn't even sort of catch up at that point.
David says he asked Bank of America to erase the fees, but it said no, giving him just a $35 credit. Consumer advocate Rebecca Bournet isn't surprised.
They'll say, we're here to help you, or, call us and we'll work with you. But what we really need banks to do is say, we're going to stop charging overdraft fees during the course of an economic and health crisis.
According to a study by the Center for Responsible Lending, big banks collected more than $11 billion in overdraft fees in 2019. The group says despite the pandemic, it didn't get any better in 2020. And according to the study, the consumers impacted the most, those in minority communities and those with low account balances.
And what we see is that overdraft fees end up piling up on people and knocking them out of the banking system altogether.
Bournet says the way banks operate, checking accounts need more regulation, addressing issues like how much they can charge in overdraft fees and how often. She points to the credit card industry. When a customer exceeds their credit limit, a bank can only charge them one fee. There's no similar rule in the checking industry.
So it's really a prime example of a broken market where there just needs to be some reasonable rules of the road that banks abide by.
As for David, Bank of America eventually refunded his overdraft fees. In a statement to the I-Team, the bank said, "We recognize and appreciate the challenges our clients have been facing due to the pandemic, and we are pleased we were able to resolve this client's issue." The American Banking Association, a banking trade group, tells the I-Team that the industry is committed to ensuring that customers understand and make informed choices about overdraft protection. And here are some of the tips that they shared for avoiding those overdraft fees. First, look for an account that doesn't charge overdrafts for point-of-sale debit card transactions. Bank of America pointed out that it has these accounts. Also, you can opt out of overdraft protection. This means that transactions might bounce, but you won't incur the fees. You can also set up low balance alerts. And finally, use your direct deposit so you have access to your paycheck right away. For the I-Team, I'm Randy Mack, NBC4 News.